Good morning, dear first year students. This is the day 3 of your Communicative English Bridge course. Very happy to meet you again. In the previous two classes, we saw the basic platforms with which we could develop our communicative skills. This verb tense is very important to form a sentence and for the basic communication. So we saw about the parts of speech in the previous class. Hope you understood all the 8 parts of speech along with the examples too. Now we will go ahead with the verb tenses. Verbs have multiple forms called tenses that tell us when an action occurs. So as I told you in the previous class, verb means action word. So the verb has multiple forms which is called as tenses. The word tenses, T-E-N-S-E-S. So it has multiple tenses. So why do you have multiple tenses for the verbs? It will tell us when an action occurred, whether it is past or present or future or it's continuing. So many things are there with the relation with the word action. So verb tenses will tell you the accurate form in which the action is taking place. We'll move further. Verb tenses. Verbs come in past, present, and future tenses. As I told you, verb tenses are three: past, present, future. Very, very important. Just take a note. Past is used to describe things that have already happened. So you know the meaning of the word past. Past means already happened. For example, earlier in the day. For example, this is morning means the previous night or the previous day evening or yesterday, last week, 3 days ago, 3 years ago. So whatever happened in the past, you call it past tense. Present tense is used to describe things that are happening right now. Right now, I'm teaching you. Ma'am teaches English. Ma'am teaches bridge course. Student is listening to the class. So, what is happening in the present? You call it present tense. What is future tense? What is yet to happen? What is supposed to happen later? For example, tomorrow, next week, next year, or 1 week after. So many things. So whatever is yet to happen, you call it future tense. So I'll give you short example for past tense, present tense, and future tense. Past tense, I lived here when I was 10. So the word I lived. Live is present, lived adding ed is past. I lived here when I was 10. 10 I was means it is also past. Then present tense, I live here now. So live is a present tense and now is also at present. Future tense, I will live. So when you use the word will, shall, may, might, all these are future tense. So the usage of the word will, shall, may, might. So it is all called future tense. I will live there when I am retired. So it is a future tense. So you must know verb tenses are three basically: past, present, and future. So when you are coming across the verb, you must be able to identify whether it is past, present, or future tense. We will go in elaborate way. So each and everything, past, present, and future, each and every tense has four different kinds. For example, present tense, simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous, present perfect. So there are four different varieties in a present tense. Let's further look into the details of present tense. Simple present tense talks about the actions that occur repeatedly. For example, whatever you do in your routine daily life, you call it simple present tense. I brush my teeth every morning. I get up at 6 o'clock every morning. So I get up. I brush. So Brett runs 5 miles every day. So whatever actions happen every day repeatedly, you use simple present tense. For example, brush, gets, runs, teaches. So all these are simple present tense. And it also discusses current facts, basic truths, or widely accepted belief. For example, sun rises in the east. It is a fact and also widely accepted belief. So sun rises in the east. Uh, the sky is blue. Grass is green. Cats catch mice. All these are basic truths and current facts. For that, also use simple present tense. And it also describes physical characteristics, personality traits, feelings, abilities, and likes and dislikes that are true in the present. This milk smells funny. Your new rose bush looks beautiful. So adding yes with the verb also is simple present. For example, brush. Brush is a action word verb, and brushes also is action word. If you use the word in the present tense and also with s, you call it simple present tense. So these are all the example for simple present. We'll move forward with present continuous. So referring to what is happening right now. So I am teaching right now. I am traveling right now. You are traveling right now. She is traveling right now. They are traveling uh, right now. So what is happening now, you call it present continuous. So the word present continuous is telling what is happening right now. Also, it can be an action that is not yet complete. So I'm teaching you, it is not yet finished. So I'm continuing my work. So I am just recording my video lecture. So I am recording. So it is a present continuous tense. Then moving forward with present perfect. What is present perfect? Action is complete for present perfect. So the action which was taking place is supposed to be complete. Perfect means complete. The action is complete for present perfect. For example, we have traveled to France. She has traveled. So the travel is complete, and you tend to use have or has. I, you, we, they. For those pronouns you use have. He, she, it, you use has. So you have to also understand for which pronoun, which verb you use. Have, have for we have traveled, she has traveled. So for the personal pronouns, he, she, it, you use has traveled, and for I, you, we, they, you use have traveled. So has and have are involved in present perfect. Then moving ahead with present perfect continuous, the action that you have been performing. So have been and has been will be used. So you have to use the verbs have been and has been plus ing. So this is a formula, or this is a solid formula for present perfect continuous. Have been performing the action and still are performing the action in the present. For example, they have been traveling for a day and it is not complete. They are still traveling. She has been writing her homework. That means she is writing and she's not complete. You have been listening to the music. That means you are still listening. It is not complete. So have been or has been plus ing. Has or have been plus ing. It is the formula for present perfect continuous. So hope that four forms of present is clear. Moving ahead with past. Same, simple past, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Same only. So you will have to change the present into past. Simple past, that means it is finished action. She traveled to France yesterday. She traveled means the action is complete and she has reached France. So I wrote my homework. Wrote means past. I wrote. I finished cooking. That means I finished cooking. I finished doing my cookery work. I cut the cake. So what is the other forms of cut? Cut, cut, cut. put. So you don't use cutted, putted and all. Okay, so don't make it look funny. So cut, all the three forms are cut only. So you have to use only cut for all the three forms. So she cut the cake yesterday. She finished her homework. So that means past tense. That is simple past tense. Then coming to past continuous. One action is not finished in the past and another is complete, interrupting the other's action, other action. For example, she was traveling by bus when the deer crossed the road. Okay, so past continuous means the action in the past is not finished yet, but another another action is interrupting. That means some other action is interrupting in your past continuous action. She was traveling by bus when the deer crossed the road. They were traveling when the deer crossed the road. So was, were plus ing will be used for is the formula for past continuous. Past continuous. In the past, some action is continuing without the interruption. Then moving ahead with past perfect tense. What is past perfect tense? Uses two actions at two different times. Before the second action occurs, first action is complete. For example, she had traveled by car when the bus arrived. So, past perfect. So, it is in the past, and another action is interrupting. Before the second action occurs, the first action is complete. She had traveled by car when the bus arrived. So, she was traveling by car, and then only the bus arrived. That's past perfect tense. Then moving ahead with past perfect continuous tense. So this is not generally used, but for textbook purpose, it is more common. This is a very tense and has complete action that happened before the second action. But in this case, you can describe how long. She had been traveling for 1 hour when the car broke down. So the action is over and they were traveling, but the action was incomplete somehow. So this is not the tense that we generally use, but it is mostly used in the textbooks. So had been plus ing is the formula for past perfect continuous tense. So this is how you finish with past tense, four forms of past. Now moving ahead with future. So same simple future, future continuous, future perfect and future perfect continuous tense. So what is simple future? What is future? It will happen in the future. Will, shall will be used. Will, shall, may, might will be used for simple future. So she will travel to France. So it is not yet over. It is not happening now. It will happen in the future. Then future continuous. So she will be traveling. So when and the action is not complete, when another action happens in the future, this is similar to past continuous, but it refers to the future. So you are just talking about the future. So for example, you will be saying, no, I will be doing my research in 4 years of time, like that. So that is future continuous tense. What is future perfect? The action will be completed in the future before another is completed. So it is all in the future. You are just talking about the action that will be completed in the future. So she will have traveled. So the use of will have plus the second form, that is ed, to France by the time you arrive. So she will have traveled to France by the time you arrive. So it is all talking about the future tense, which will be perfect in the near future. It is not yet over. It is all in the future only. This is also not very common. Future perfect continuous tense is also not very common. In this future verb tense, it often includes an indication of how long the action has been happening. She will have been traveling for 1 hour when you arrive. Both the things have not happened. So you have to use will have been plus ing for this future perfect continuous tense. The formula will be will have been. she will have been plus ing will be the formula for future perfect continuous tense. So I'll just substantiate the whole thing in this particular table column. For example, I studied English yesterday. I study English. I will study. I was studying in English. I was studying English. I am studying English. I will be studying English. I had studied English. I have studied English. I will have studied English. I had been studying English. I have been studying English. I will have been studying English. So all these are the different forms of action that is dealing with study. The word study is the major verb used. So the tense forms are differing. For example, in simple past, I studied English yesterday. Simple present, I study English. Simple future, I will study English. Um, and then past continuous, I was studying English. Present continuous, I am studying English. Future continuous, I will be studying English. Past perfect, I had studied English. Present perfect, I have studied English. Future perfect, I will have studied English. Past perfect continuous, I had been studying English. Present perfect continuous, I have been studying English. Future perfect continuous, I will have been studying English. So like that only you have to link the past tense along with this tabular column. So I hope this verb tense is clear for you. So you have to rewind yourself, rewind the video and watch time and again to memorize the formulas that are present. This includes some understanding and more memory power. So you have to understand what is verb first. So you have to know what is the verb and what is the formula you have to apply for each and every sentence. This verb tense is very, very important because if you have to write a sentence, this verb tense only will help you. For example, you cannot use simple present in the first sentence and the next sentence you can't be using future tense. So you have to follow one tense in the paragraph that you are writing. So it is very mandatory that you recollect the 12 verb tenses form and you have to be thorough with this. Okay, hope this is clear, students, and I'll meet you with the next session tomorrow. Thank you.